All right, so let us talk about this. This is the Dspiae Craft Tools ATCJ angle cutting station. New upgrades include provided interchangeable cutting mats, 45-degree dual direction sector baffles combined with horizontal baffle, virtually no limits to your creation. What is this? It looks cool. So yeah, there's just a little look at it. For models from Dspiae. Effectively, it's a chopper. It's this thing that you can chop plaplate, plastic, polystyrene, and you get consistent cuts, and you can cut it at an angle. There's a lot of information here on the back. Waffles, baffle. The instructions continue regarding like the different angles you can make. I'm kind of studying this, to be honest. And they do have this whole like serial number protection thing, which I think is interesting, to prevent fraud or like fake models, fake versions of this. They do have some kind of element of authentication of it. Yeah, thank you for choosing Dspiae products. Let's open it up. It's pretty nicely packaged too. It's got it's kind of packed away on this shaped styrofoam, and there's a look at it right there. It's all metal too, so there's no like plastic. Feels very nice. Doesn't feel cheap. Oh shit. Oh, you've heard of Dspiae, right, Vanilla? Okay, so here it is, and yeah, it's all metal. Warning, keep fingers away. There's the blade itself. Basically, the action is going to look like this. Oh, chop chop. Little snip snip. Right there. And this here, the waffle. The waffle, as Arch called it. This slides back and forth, and you use the measurements here. You use the measurements here for like the length that you want. Just like that. We'll just leave it. Very cute. Yeah, there's a larger design for this. I think it's newer and it costs a lot more. I saw that my local store had the larger version that just came in, and I thought that there was only one version. So we went down to the store, and I was so surprised. It was freaking $150. The scythe, yeah, multi-angle depth plot plate, yeah. The larger one was $150, and I was like so shocked, because in my mind I was thinking it was this thing, and the last time I checked it was only like $99. But I went and checked online later, and then I just ordered the one I actually wanted online. So yeah, this you get the angles that you want this way too. See? You can get like up to 45 degree angle on that, and it works for both sides. Yeah, so this was $99, but it was on discount at the store, and that's the reason why I bought it. And like I said, it's something that I felt like I needed. It's something because I want to do more customization. I want to do more plot plate cutting and adding to my models, and this is a way of getting a very consistent cut to your parts. So let's actually try it out now. Very well produced. No, it wasn't half off. It wasn't like a huge discount. I think it was like 15%, which is effectively tax. But it's something. It's something, and I definitely thought I could use it. Half off would be better. That would be very good. Looks very well produced. Yeah, it's pretty nice. So here's an example of polystyrene. This is a very thin sheet of polystyrene, and watching you play with your new toy while eating an Uncrustable, awesome. Enjoy the Uncrustable. Love it. Here, let's set it at this length. And you can use thicker pieces. I'm not sure if I have anything thicker at the moment. And let's give our first inaugural chop. Yay! There we go. And so now I can get consistent cuts of this shape. We just continue along. Uncrustables, love it. I feel like I'm due for some Uncrustables. It's been I think I had, the last time was like a month or two ago. Cut glizzies? I think I could. I do have glizzy shape. There we go. Another consistent, identical cut. And let's do a third one. Third time's a charm. Just like that. Ta-da! Living the life, the glizzy, sorry, the Uncrustable life. So now let's try and get the get an angle here. Let's try. Rivets for steel plates, yeah. Yeah. Rivets and whole bunch of other stuff. Alright, so it's like that. Let's... Wait, where did it go? Did I not cut? There we go. It's so thin, but yeah, so that's a 65-degree angle. Let's try and use something else. I have I need to buy more sheets of polystyrene. I've got these really thin strips. Let's close that. But I've got these tubes. Let's try a tube. Let's try a tube, guys. I feel like I might have a spare of this around. Best purchase of the year. Let's go. Okay, yeah, I do have a spare thing that I was already messing around with. So let's try it one more time. Let's 10. And so you can put this on the other side as well, and you can cut things on an angle for the other way as well, the other direction. So let's try it. So this is a really rough cut. Look at this. Again, might be hard to see, but I was using like my my nippers to cut this, and it's a very rough cut. Not very nice at all. So now we can get a clean cut. And it's Carmi. How's it going, Carmi? Nice to see you here. We are just playing around with my new tool. The chopper, the Dspiae chopper. Ooh, that was nice. Yeah, they've got two, as a matter of fact. Look at that. Look at that hole. Very nice. The this is an example of the side that I cut with my nippers. And that is not very nice at all. Look at this hole. Carmi, come on now. Oh boy. I can't say anything anymore. What a world we live in. A man can't talk about the holes. A man can't talk about his holes. How's it going, Carmi? Nice to see you here. Hope you're doing well. How is your July 4th going? How's your Independence Day going? That's July 4th, right? Yeah. My brain is so screwed up that I was like, Freedom Day. How's your Freedom Day? Oh no, back to work tomorrow though. Okay, so let's try an angle. This is now Let's try a 45-degree angle. Let's get them angles. In this economy, bruv. Let's get those angles. Chop chop. Woo! Oh man, that is nice. Alright, let's get another. So I saw someone as an example. Woke up, had coffee, made breakfast, afternoon nap. Nice. So I saw someone like basically cut the parts at a 45-degree angle and then glued them back together so that you could have like this really nice, crisp and clean edge like that. And so you could do some cool stuff with that. I would assume, right? If you just glue it back together. That would be really cool. Crispy, yeah, crispy clean. So yeah, that's the Dspiae. It's a really long-winded name. I just want to call it the chopper because that's like, I know that Jose has the chopper product. Angle cutting station. Cut the glizzy, cut the glizzy, get the tables. If we take a look at the underside, there's a number of mathematical things going on, which makes my head go goo goo. The actual length of an oblique line L when the angle is less than 90 degrees needs to be calculated using the difference between the actual length and the scale gradation. The calculation formula is actual length equals scale graduation plus minus, is that what that means? Difference. For example, when an angle is 60 degrees and the scale graduation is 30 millimeters, the actual length of line L equals 30 minus 0.80 equals 29.2 millimeters. You get all that? It's going to be a test. I don't actually fully understand what all that is. I'm sure it makes sense if I actually sat down and attempted to understand. But that's smarty pants. It's like, all right, I just want to chop pieces of plastic. How about that? Let's put this away. But yeah, pretty cool. Cut the glizzy. Pretty neat, and I'll have to pick up a few more pieces of plaplate strips. Polystyrene. We often call it plaplate, but it's just polystyrene. But yeah, here's an example of all the cuts that I've made, and they're all consistent, which is pretty cool. And the angles are consistent, and that's all I really wanted at the end of the day, is something that was going to let me cut very cleanly and consistently, and also with those angles. When we talk about objects or tools in the hobby, we often talk about higher priced items, things that can produce better results compared to what you could do by hand or some other method. Simply using a ruler and your X-Acto knife, you definitely can get really nice and clean cuts. And you can even get consistent cuts. It's just a matter of time, being very careful, being patient, and getting those nice clean cuts all by hand with X-Acto and all of that. What something like this offers is the ability to get those results faster and just repeatedly, much more consistently. And sometimes that is worth the price. Sometimes that is worth, having to... Sorry, it's better than like going through all the effort of doing it yourself, especially when you're talking about like really getting into customizing your models. And like if we take this guy for example, his head just came off. If we take this guy for example, the ecopla that I recently more or less completed. And if I wanted to cover many of the areas of this model with like, you know, uh, different shapes, different cutout shapes, it's just going to be, it's going to make my life easier using something like this, basically, compared to if I was to do it by hand. So yeah, pretty happy with this. We'll be playing around and messing with this more. I do have to get some more plaplate, which I probably should have bought some right then and there the day I got this, but that's okay. And yeah, I don't really think it's a great idea to leave it out, so we're just going to put it back in the box. You can replace the blade over time if it gets a little worn out, and they do include a little package of like rubber feet and a tool, like, you know, like a bicycle wrench, like an IKEA thing, to loosen it up. But there it is. Thank you for choosing Dspiae products.